What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I have some exclusive early footage of the Call of Duty World War II Beta. Last week I had the opportunity and Activision flew me as well as a bunch of other YouTubers out. They paid for our flights and hotels, so thank you to Activision. They flew us out to San Francisco, so we got to visit the Sledgehammer studio, meet a bunch of the developers. Michael Condrey, Glenn Schofield were both there. It was excellent. There was a bunch of other YouTubers there as well, and we got over 3 hours of gameplay time on the beta build of CoD World War II. So the gameplay you're watching in the background is on the map Gibraltar, which has only been shared by Game Informer so far. And this is one of the maps that will be in the beta build of the game. The gameplay that you're actually watching right now, though, was my very first time ever playing CoD World War II. So you can see I'm definitely trying to get a feel for the mechanics and everything. A little bit sloppy, but at the same time, I had some pretty tough competition with all these other YouTubers, and therefore I think I held my own decently well. Just keep in mind, after this gameplay, I'm allowed to show 10 minutes of gameplay for each of the maps, so I'm going to be showing a little bit of STG gameplay on this map as well towards the end from a domination match. But the topic that I wanted to focus on in today's video are the top 3 guns in the beta build of the game. And I would say these 3 guns were the ones that were generally agreed upon between all of us YouTubers as the best guns in the game. We had a lot of talks about it. Definitely number 1, I think everybody was saying it was the number 1, including Nadeshot. Nadeshot was saying, this is the gun, this is the one that's going to be in competitive. And I totally agree with him, we're definitely going to see this one come out. But let's go over these guns, and I will put these in order as well. So starting it off at number 3, I'm going to go with the STG. The STG is a very powerful and versatile assault rifle. It seems to have an excellent 3-shot kill potential. It's got very manageable recoil since the fire rate isn't extremely high, although it is relatively high for a World War II assault rifle. And you can actually use it decently well at longer ranges too, as long as you're tap firing. So the STG is very versatile, very powerful. You're just going to get beat out up close by a lot of the SMGs in the game. And this brings me to number 2 on my list at least. This is the Type 100. This was actually probably my personal favorite on this build of the game, although I will admit maybe not the most powerful in the game. We're going to save that spot for number 1. But I'm going to cut to a little bit of war gameplay right here. You guys will see a lot more of this war gameplay within the next couple days on my channel. I'm going to be uploading probably 2 videos a day until the beta drops here. And the Type 100 I found to be a very consistent SMG that kind of reminded me of the MSMC in Black Ops 2. It's very powerful at close to mid ranges. It's somewhat usable at kind of longer ranges as well, or at least longer SMG ranges. It seems to have a moderate fire rate with very little vertical recoil. A lot of the recoil just kind of happens within a relatively small area. But I like how consistent this gun felt. It felt like a very consistent 4-shot kill if you were within a standard SMG sort of a range. So once you get the Type 100 unlocked within the beta build of the game, I highly recommend giving it a go. So finally, moving on to number 1, this is what I and a lot of other YouTubers that were at this event feel is the most powerful gun in the game right now. This is the Ppsh. The Ppsh has a very high fire rate, has a decent amount of recoil, but it's pretty much just vertical recoil, so it is easy to compensate for at close to mid-range. It's just going to be kind of useless at the longer ranges, but if you can keep your gunfights up close, which is relatively easy, at least on the maps that are in the beta build of the game, this thing absolutely shreds. And again, I'll just show a little teaser of some gameplay that we're going to be seeing on Point du Hoc with the Ppsh in the next day or 2 on my channel. And you can see I pick up an excellent little triple kill here. This gun absolutely shreds. And with that, I think I'd like to leave the gameplay play out here for you guys. I always like it when people get this early access gameplay footage. I like to take in the sights and the sounds without somebody talking over it. So I thought it'd be a nice mix to do like half commentary and then half of it is just for you guys to watch and take in the gameplay. I did clip it a little bit. Like I said, I have a 10-minute time limit here, but I tried to pick out a couple little highlights, including one that you'll see in a bit where I shoot down an enemy recon plane, which, by the way, it's actually a lot easier than you might think. So when you're playing the beta build of the game, make sure you're shooting down enemy recon aircraft because it's basically just free score for you. Also, like I said, there's going to be a lot more of this exclusive early access gameplay on the beta build of the game for World War II in the next couple days on my channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that to catch some more. There will be another video coming later today. Enjoy the gameplay.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air. explosives ready.
Mann verloren! Mann verloren! Pack das Schwein!
Light them up!
Ich hab den hat's erwischt! Fahrfluchtloser Pfeil! Weiten! Liege unter Beschuss!
Improvised explosives ready.
Recon aircraft observed.
He's shit! We're losing him!
Improvised explosives ready. Fire in the hole. Securing Baker. Taking aim. B captain.
Reloading! Tossing grenade! I got him!
Recon searching for target.
Tossing grenade! Perfect shot! They're on the move!
They're capturing Baker. We're winning the fight.
Think I